What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Boulder Media Radio. I am your host, Javier, and I've got episode 19. So this is great. I've had a very awesome day. Excuse me. I've been getting over a cold / sinus infection over the past few days, past few days since last week. Part of it probably was because of my travels that I had over this weekend, not sleeping enough, working a lot, all that stuff. And basically, it's just kind of throwing me off. So I've been drinking lots of water, drinking lots of Spark, and some other really cool stuff that really gets me going. So today is a new episode, and this is a pretty important episode because I've been doing some networking. If you guys don't know, I do lots of networking. I'm part of a local networking group in my community. And let's see, make sure the camera's okay. There we go. Do some local networking in my community, as well as going to be joining a local chamber of commerce. And then I do lots of just walk-ins, cold calling, cold emailing, all sorts of stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of building a brand. That's part of building a business. And I really believe in doing these sort of things because you're trying to build trust in your community. So what I wanted to talk to you about was the value of having a web and social presence and what's it costing you. So this kind of came up. This is another impromptu type video. This is not one that I actually had planned. Okay, so I've got if some of you guys may not know this, I have like 15 or 20 topics that I plan on talking about over the next, I don't know, month to 2 months. I mean, like this stuff is gonna last me for a while. All right, and so these topics are really designed around what I'm good at marketing and sales, at these system building things. And what I've noticed is that the more I talk about this, the more people start seeing, man, Javier has a lot of knowledge in this area. I should start listening to him more often. So I want to share about what I am experienced with this. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm bragging by any means. It's sometimes we don't realize what we know until we start sharing it with other people. And people are like, wow, I had no idea. And then to me, it becomes common knowledge. Does that sort of make sense? So when it's common knowledge to you, that basically tells you that you know something that most people don't know. And common knowledge becomes valuable to people whenever they can convert that into actual money, where they can start making money for what they're doing. And what's important to understand is that we can't take what we consider as common knowledge and just use that as our, well, everybody knows this. We have to publish it. We have to put it out in front of us. So whether that means doing podcasting, whether that means doing webcast or vlogs, all that stuff. And so what I'm trying to get to is that we don't ever want to think that we don't know enough. We actually have a lot of information. I can learn a lot from a lot of people. And if you guys watched my episode yesterday, I told you guys that I went to a mastermind meeting with some heavy hitters in the digital marketing space, where they basically broke down some really crazy stuff. Mind you, I know a significant amount of information and knowledge when it comes to digital marketing and how to grow your agency and how to grow your business, okay? And so I went in there knowing that I was going to be around people that are going to be better than me. Little intimidating, to say the least, okay? And with that said, when you get in front of those people, your A game, not that you're kind of like puffing your chest up a little bit more than normal. None of that. It's more about you want to make sure that you present yourself as a professional that knows what you're talking about, but you're also open to learning, okay? Open to learning. You have to be receptive because you don't know a lot. I mean, you think you may know a lot, but you don't know as much as you probably think you do. And so what I want to get to is I want to share with you what I kind of gathered just from today's conversations, the value of having a web and social presence and what it's costing you. So where I'm coming from on this is, and this is ironic, okay? I'm trying to get into this space to help more IT companies, okay? IT companies, information technology, where they do phone service, where they do email service, where they do setting up your systems and security, where they do cabling and they do HIPAA compliancy and PCI and all this stuff, IT companies. And in a roundabout way, they all kind of do the same thing. Okay. So I'm trying to get into that space, into the IT world. All right. And if some of them do a little bit more about some other things and some other things that are different, great. And I've got some connections in there. One of them is a good friend of mine, and his name is Michael. So Michael, I'm not going to use your last name. If you're watching this, shout out to you. Okay. If you get a shout out on my show, that means that you're an important person in my life. Okay. But, with that said, we were working on some stuff that we're hoping to kind of get some business going together. And, some things didn't quite work out at the time because the timing just wasn't right. Anyways, with that said, I called him today to catch up, and it was funny because he was like, "Are you calling me because you're trying to pitch me again?" And I'm like, "No, man." I go, it's two things. I want to make sure that you and I are cool and things are okay because I've sent you a couple messages, haven't heard back, and I want to know where we stand as far as potentially doing some work together. So I had two purposes, obviously, but the more important purpose is I want to make sure that we were fine because it's not like him to go to not respond to me. With that said, anyways, my whole point being is that we had a great conversation in 10 minutes, and I wanted to be a source for him. I wanted to help him out. And his biggest challenge he's like, "Javier, people don't know who we are. People don't know what we do, and we need to have a better web presence. We need to have a better social presence, and we don't have that." I'm like, "All right, cool. What do you want?" He's like, and he kind of explained a little bit more about that. This is not an uncommon topic when it comes to the IT field, because here's what's interesting. As weird as this sounds, IT people, very technology-driven people, understand technology, right? But all of a sudden, you put them into a technology where it's like web, social, and automations and stuff like that, and they're like, whoa. I don't know that stuff. That stuff is weird. Not all are like that. Some of them are like that. And from my experience so far, the two that I'm referring to are kind of like that. Okay? Web presence isn't strong, meaning their website isn't built professionally. It isn't a site that people look at and say, "I want to do business with that company." Okay? And then the other part of it is their website is difficult to navigate, and better, their website is difficult to understand. Okay? I just want you to understand something. Imagine if a doctor was selling you a service, okay, and they were using doctor terms, okay, to talk to a patient on the website, okay? You're probably going to be sitting there like, "Let me look up every other word because I have no clue what you're talking about." What you got to get is you got to know who your client is, okay? And the most important thing to understand is that if you don't have a web presence, that's not going to help you. The second part of not having a web presence is if you don't know how to communicate your services, if you don't know how to communicate your products to where everyone understands, you have no business. A confused mind does not buy. Okay, think about this. Let me say that one more time. A confused mind does not buy. When was the last time you were confused about something, about a product or service, and you said, "I need to buy it anyways. I have no clue what it does. I'm buying it"? Never? I've never bought anything I had no clue what it was. Okay? When I buy stuff, I research it. I said the key word. I research it, I look into it, and I see what it's all about before I make a purchasing decision. Or I research it, I do some more research, continue doing some more research. I'll probably opt into their website, get a free, lead magnet, whatever, do a few other things. Where I'm coming from is that I take the time to know what I'm buying. That's a web presence. Okay? Social presence, where are they on social media? Do they have a business page? Hey, how about this? If it's a relatively smaller business, locally owned, does that person have a social presence? Are they on social media? Can I friend this person? Can I see what kind of person they are? And if you're thinking, "Well, Javier, that's not really that important." Oh, it totally is. We are in a world of transparency. Don't believe me? Let's just kind of think about this right now, all right? And I'm not going to get political here, all right? So we're not talking politics, all right? But what I'm trying to get to is that when people are not transparent in the political game, people get ticked off, right? You get upset. I don't care what side of the fence you sit on. You get upset. It is no different for a business. You have to show your transparency as a business, okay? You have to be out there. People need to know who you are. So when they do business, they trust you. Why do you think I do these lives? Why do you think I take the time to show who I am and the type of person I am? Is it because I'm trying to get more business, or am I trying to build more trust? It's the latter. I'm trying to build more trust. Am I going to get business eventually? Yeah. It's the whole world of reciprocity where you give, and eventually you kind of ask, and people will then start saying, you know what? Yeah, you showed me a lot of value and trust. I think you're someone I want to buy from. So what I'm getting to is that you guys are missing out on business when your website is unprofessional, okay? Doesn't have a flow. The sales copy is bad. There's no ways of you telling me how you solve my problems. You have no call to action. What your product and service is doesn't go along with what your website is all about. Your branding is a little confusing. I don't really know, I don't understand it. It's all these things, okay? Now, I want you guys to go back to this conversation I had with my friend Michael, okay? Who owns an IT company in the Denver tech area. Doing very, very well, striking some really good deals. And he understands that they don't have that presence and they're missing out on a piece of the puzzle, all right? Now, what I can ask you is this. Sorry, I'm getting text messages. Is if the brand, what you're doing, your business, if you don't know what you're missing out, how much money you're missing out, it's kind of hard to put a dollar amount on this, okay? So I had this conversation with another person today. Same thing, different IT company. And I said, your website isn't really giving the professionalism and the brand that you guys are. You guys offer a great product and service, but your website doesn't display that. He's like, well, I'm not really losing money. I go, how do you know that? Are you tracking that? How do you track lost money on your website? It's kind of hard to, right? Because if you've never gotten any good quality leads from your site, then guess what? You can't really track it. But the best way to track that is with bounce rates. Is how quickly people are bouncing off of your site because they don't get what you do, right? Now, I basically put it this way. I said, do you know you probably lost a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 deal because your website wasn't professional? And he goes, well, I don't know. You probably could. You can't say you didn't, because the thing is that your site didn't display what you are all about. Your professionalism, your knowledge, and your authority in the game. It didn't display that. So how am I supposed to want to buy from you? How are you supposed to convince me that, you know what, I need to... And then this other person tried to tell me, he's like, well, you just talk to other people and people just tell you. In our community, we're small enough that people just talk. I'm like, come on, man. That doesn't happen. You know what people do whenever they're researching a company? Let me ask you, what do you do? If you're watching, what do you do when you're researching a company? What do you do? Like, tell me. In the comments below, tell me what you do when you research a company. We all do it. It's not it's not one of those, those things that's like, man, that's genius. Okay? We all do it. We Google it. Okay? We Google it. And if it doesn't show up where we need it to show up, we don't buy products from that other person or that other company. That simple. We don't buy services from that other person, that other company. Simple. So, where I'm coming from, guys, is that you need to understand that your web presence is costing you money, costing you thousands and thousands of dollars. And you cannot tell me that that's not true, because if you've never received money from your website on a regular basis, okay, you won't understand. And so where I'm coming from is that, yeah, that's right, Nate, is basically you got to go to the website. You got to Google it. Where I'm coming from, guys, is that that's the first thing people see when they're trying to find a service or a product is the website. They go there. And it kills me whenever these companies don't have that. They don't have a website. They do, but it's unprofessional. It doesn't really exemplify who they are and what they do. It's not good. Okay, so this was, I went up to go talk to my wife about some other stuff, and she had mentioned to me that she's getting some landscaping done for the house. And by the way, landscaping is expensive if you're going to be landscaping an acre of land. Just side note, landscaping an acre of land is insanely expensive. It's like It's almost like a side mortgage, if you will. All right. So we're breaking this thing down into phases. So anyways, with that said, is you're looking for my website, Nate? As I talk about this, I'm actually in the process of actually getting it all finalized. There's a few things that I need to get done. So with that said, but here's the flip side on my side is the reason why I'm not pushing my website is because that's not what's selling my service. What sells my service is me doing this kind of stuff. Okay. So with that said, let me kind of explain something. So my wife was asking for referrals on landscaping. And so this person gave 2 referrals, not this one person, but this website gave 2 referrals. One of them was a company that does not have a web presence, nothing. Doesn't have social media, doesn't have anything. Okay. No website, no Facebook business page, no Facebook profile page, none of that. None of that. Crazy, right? Other company has a website, looks modern, looks clean, up to date, looks pretty solid, has a web presence, has a social presence. Guess who my wife called? I mean, think about it. Which one did my wife call? This is for a landscaping company. Did they call the one that had no website, that had, I mean, I bet they do good work. I'm pretty sure they do good work, especially if someone's referring them. But they have no web presence. My wife would not buy land or even get a quote for a landscaping company because they had nothing to show. Okay? My father-in-law, I'm not going to name the place, doesn't have a website for his restaurant. Doesn't have one. Hasn't had one for 17 years. Does not have a website for his restaurant. Crazy, right? People still show up. Is he missing out on lost business? Totally is. It's a conversation I have with him all the time. Okay? My old business had 2 websites. Had a martial arts website, had a fitness website. And those generated a ton of leads. It worked very, very well. All right? And they were optimized highly. Did I do it? Nope. I paid a professional that knew how to do that. Do it correctly. Okay? My current one, I'm finalizing a few things on it to get it going. And this is not me being a hypocrite by any means. This is more about making sure I have the right right messaging on my site so that when people start researching me, they see exactly what they need to see. Does that sort of make sense? So my brand, Boulder Media Solutions, has been evolving over the past, few months, if you will. And what we're trying to do is we're really trying to hone into that, because when you're a new company, you have an idea what you are, but then as you start networking more, start doing business with more people, that sort of stuff, you start seeing that your business is shaping. And so what did we do for my company is we made our business shape a little bit. All right. So, we took information from others. So what do? Is I go out and network and talk to people and show people how I can help them. I look at sites all the time. Okay. So where I'm coming from is that having a lack of web presence and lack of social presence is costing you several thousands of dollars. Several thousands of dollars. Okay? And there's a big reason that it's costing you that, is that you don't know what you're missing out. All right? So people are looking for you. All right? If you're a roofing company and you don't show up on the first page, whether it's paid, organic on the 3-pack, or organic in the regular searches, you don't show up on the first 3 pages for roofing, depending on the keywords that you're going after, guess what? Bye-bye. You're not getting any business. Okay? The other part of it is, like, let's say you do happen to show up on the first page. If your site looks unprofessional, it's difficult to navigate. No one understands how to get through it. The call to action isn't really there. Like, there's nothing enticing. Guess what? They move on to another website. They're going to go somewhere else. They're not going to buy from you. And so that's the thing, is like, I want you guys to understand something, is that a confused mind will never buy. If someone can't find your product or service, they're never going to buy. Here's the thing, a little different, and I'll go back on me for just a bit, is that here's what's different with me though. I am the brand of my company. I've got 19 episodes going on 20, probably tomorrow or Thursday or something, or tomorrow is Thursday. So probably going on 19 episodes or 20 episodes here shortly. I have all this information that I've done. I've got all this content that I've created. Okay. People are obviously watching my live videos. Why? Why do I know that? Because I have people commenting to me when I call them, when I talk to them, when I'm networking with them. They say, I watch your live videos all the time right before I go to bed. I'm like, are you kidding me? They're like, the information that you're sharing is insane. I can't believe you're sharing that. I can't believe you're talking about this. I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're doing that. And I'm sitting in my head thinking, I'm like, why? And it's because I want to do it. And they're thinking that it's something you're going to hide. No. Knowledge is king, guys. And if you can't express that knowledge and show people what you know and how it works, then no one's going to really know that if you're the authority. I am trying to stamp my position as one of the top digital marketers in my community, okay? We've got some niches that we're going to start niching down into, that we're going to start attacking and going after, and really trying to make an impact for these companies, these niches. Why are we doing that? Because that's going to help us grow our business and our brand, what we're known for. And so, my whole point being is that the two individuals I talked to today, and this was coincidental, right? Like I said, this was an off-topic. I didn't have this planned for today. Was off topic, is that these companies don't have a strong web presence. They don't show up on the search engines. Okay, they don't show up on any kind of paid advertising. All right, their website doesn't really display what they do with ease of understanding. Okay, when I put them through what we call the grunt test, I learned this from the 5-minute marketing makeover from Donald Miller. It's really flipping awesome. And he kind of teaches the grunt test. And if you can't pass the grunt test, your site's not strong. Okay? You're not going to get any leads. And you can't complain. All right? Just understand that. Think of it like this. I wish I could show you a business card that doesn't look good. And people complain that they don't get anybody coming in. I have business cards sitting here. So if your business card doesn't tell us what you do, are you going to be getting leads from that? If your business card doesn't show, what your specialties are, how you can help someone, are you going to be getting leads for that? No, not really. You got to have a strong presence in everything. The branding needs to all coincide. Yesterday, I had a conversation with one of my friends who's also in a very high-level position for a technology association up in Denver, okay? And I was just kind of asking her if she has any ways or ideas of me trying to start networking more with these IT-type companies. And she gave me some really good insight, right? And I kind of told her, what I'm looking for, companies that know that they need to have a technology presence. They need to be strong in this area, but they don't have the time, the bandwidth, they don't have the infrastructure, any of that stuff. And they want to have someone either train them, hire them, or someone that they can bring in to do it for them, So where I'm coming from is that I took some information that I knew people struggle from, and I looked for it. Because I want to try to help these IT type companies have a stronger approach where people know what they are, what they do, and how they can help. That's a niche that I'd love to get into. And understanding your web presence is important. Understanding your social presence is important. And it all has to fall in place. It can't be one piece. Some people think, well, and this is the thing, some people think, well, Javier, all you really focus on is social media and Facebook ads. No, that is one piece of the puzzle. Facebook ads, social media, stuff like that, like doing paid ads like that on social media, is literally one piece of the puzzle. It's one vehicle. That's it. Is that the solution to achieving more revenue, growth, that sort of stuff? Is it the solution? No, it totally isn't. Okay? It's one piece. The solution is the compilation of all of it. It's all the pieces put together. It's getting your email system set up for automation. Okay? Getting your lead generation website set up to get people to opt in. Getting your social presence to show that you are the authority at what you do. Okay? Both business and professional. Business and personal, right? Getting your ads, paid ads, all right, set up to where it goes to a landing page, right? Getting do you see what I'm trying to get to? You have all these pieces that all have to work together. It's not one piece, guys. And that's the part that so many companies think that they know, but they don't know. Okay? Is they think, well, all we need is just Facebook ads and we'll be good. No, because everything needs to coincide. When you research for companies, do you only look at their Facebook page and that's it? No. You look at several sources. You look for a website to see what they talk about. You look at their reviews. That's another source. You look at their Facebook business page. You look at their reviews on their other sources. You see if they're local. You see, sorry, close that. And you're looking at all these other pieces. You're looking at different pieces of the puzzle, and you have to do well in all of them. Does that make sense? And that's why your company is suffering and losing several thousands of dollars. It's not because you're missing one little piece. No, it's the messaging is incorrect. The messaging is incorrect, and no one understands what you do. That's it. No one gets it. It's you have a confused buyer, and if you're like, well, it's not that confusing, Javier. Well, apparently it is, because if you're getting 0 leads, that's not good. I'll give you an example. I ran a poll. All right, this is crazy. Okay, and if you guys are watching, I want you guys to participate on this. I ran a poll, a questionnaire for a private martial arts Facebook group that I'm a part of. Okay, looks like we're frozen. And oh no, we're not frozen. Never mind. Ran a poll for a private martial arts Facebook group that I'm a part of. Right, and this private martial arts Facebook group, I asked several questions. One of the questions that I asked was, how many leads are you getting per month? And the category was 0 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, and then 31 up. For you guys that are watching, just want to get an idea what you think. Okay? I've got so many so far. Yeah, we got a lot of responses. Yeah, this is holding true and strong. Okay? Just out of curiosity, how many do you think, and put in the comments below if you're watching, how many do you think we're getting 31, like percentage-wise? What percentage do you think we're getting 31 or more leads per month? This is just on a martial arts. I'm going to give you guys an example, okay? Percentage-wise, 1 to 100, how many, on a percentage, how many do you think we're getting 31 plus leads per month? Just throw a number in there. I don't care. Percentage-wise. 31 leads plus. That's like a lead a day. Nate says 0. Just getting started. Okay. Cool. 0 for Nate. What's up, Matt? Thanks for stopping in, buddy. And so I'll just go ahead and tell you guys. 11% so far. This is what my stats say. 11% are getting 31 leads or more. Okay? Check this out. You say 5%? Okay, cool. How many leads do you think we're getting 10 or less? 10 or less leads per month. What percentage do you think? 10 or less leads per month. 10 or less leads per month. It's pretty crazy when you see this one, man. 10 or less leads, I'm going to go and tell you. Nearly 80%. 10 or less leads. And and I think part of it, I didn't have the question set up correctly. Yeah, Vincent, you're right. 80%, man. Is some of these people claim that their sales copy was professionally created. Okay, Matt, 72, you're pretty close. Kevin, 75. It's actually, the exact number is like 78%. So it's close to 80%. Okay. Some of these people, basically, I think we're not being honest on some stuff when it comes to their website, web presence. So where I'm getting to is that if these websites are generating less than 10 leads per month, guess what? You know what's happening? They're losing money. Okay. And I kind of calculated really soft numbers. What's up, Mom? What's up, Dad? My parents are watching me live. It's kind of cool. So it's just soft numbers is that if you're generating 10 leads a month, let's just go with 10, all right? And let's just say that you're able to close 3 of them, okay? Just 3 of those. You're going to generate, and then let's just say your price is about $150 a month, okay? That's right there, $450, okay? $450, right? And then let's say they sign up for 6 months. The make numbers even, it's close to just under $3,000. Okay. So 450 times 6 is roughly close to just under $3,000, like 2,600, 2,800, roughly like that, right? If you're getting more leads, let's say you're getting 30 leads a month, and you're able to actually close half of those, 15 of those. So you went from 3 leads to 12 more, right? And you're closing. Do you see what's going on now? You had all this extra money that you're making for your company. You're no longer missing out on these sales, okay? And this is just on a martial arts basis. Like, this is just questions asked for martial arts studio owners. That's it. I didn't ask these from other people, all right? I'd love to do it with other niches and industries. Where I'm coming from is that how much money do you think you're missing, okay? If you're not getting any leads from your website, then you're missing out on a lot of money, especially if you sell high-ticket items. If you sell, if you're an IT company and you sell phone services and setups and installations, networking and all that stuff, that's anywhere from 10, 20, 30, 50,000, 100,000, right? If your web presence isn't there and they can't find you and it's difficult to understand what you do and how you can help them and solve their problems, guess what? You just lost money. So, where I'm coming from is that if you say, well, I don't have money to invest in buying a new website. We're doing fine, Javier. We're closing deals and stuff. Really? You don't have money to invest? You're okay losing money? You're okay when people go to your website, you're like, it's all right. They can go shop somewhere else because we have someone else that's going to buy from us. I really wish that I had that mentality when it came to running a business. Oh man, it'd be so cool to we're fine. We don't need any more business. Oh my goodness, that would be so good. And I'm going to tell you this right now. It doesn't matter what the hell community that you're in. If you're in a small town community or if you're in a big town like New York City. Okay? Don't give me this nonsense that, you don't need more business. Everyone needs more business. Okay? We all want to grow. And if you don't want any more business, maybe you should start thinking about your ambitions and goals about growing your company. Okay? And it's not a call out on anybody. Okay? If you're like, we just don't want any more business, Javier, fine. Fine. That's fine. I'm pretty sure they're going to go buy from somebody else. And if you're okay with that, they're going to start sending their referrals to that person, all that stuff. Okay? If you're good with that, that's fine. And you missed out on business. Okay? I mean, a great example is this. My wife literally looked for a landscaping company, 2 options. She was going to call both of them. She researched one, website, Facebook page, everything. Other one, no website, no Facebook page, nothing. Right? Okay? The proposal for the project, $57,000. $57,000 for the proposal for the project. Okay? What company lost a $57,000 proposal? Which one? Comment in the comments. Which company lost a $57,000 proposal? Which one? The one that had no web presence, the one that had no Facebook presence, the one that had nothing. They lost that business. Even if they probably are a better landscaping company, way better. And let's say they're even cheaper. Let's say they're $13,000 cheaper. Okay? Guess what? My wife picked the one that had web presence, that had something that she can see and relate to and touch and actually do work with. So that company lost $57,000. Even if they would have came in at $13,000 less, at $43,000, they lost that money. And you can't tell me that there's no guarantees that they would have gotten it. You're right, there isn't any guarantees. But wouldn't you want to put yourself in the runnings of having a shot by simply having a presence? Do you see what's going on, guys? This is what kills me so much in this digital technology world where everything is so easy to get done. Okay? And when I say easy, if you don't know someone that does web design, just Facebook it. Post it in there. I'm pretty sure one of your friends does it. They're probably not very good unless they're a professional at it. Okay? I mean, Google it. Something. Right? That's where I'm trying to come from, guys, is that we have so much at our dispense, at our fingertips, and yet we still make the same damn mistake and the same damn excuse that, it's hard to do. It's hard to find. It goes back to, I posed a question 3 weeks ago about email. Okay? And for the people that have a company, and if you have this, I'm not knocking you, but it's an easy fix. Google it. YouTube it. Easy fix. Email. If you're working with a phone company and you needed to contact their customer service, how would you feel if their email was this? City, okay, whatever city it is. So let's just say like Denver phone company customer service at gmail.com. Legit? I mean, you're going to send them an email and expect a response from Denver phone service customer service at gmail.com? No, right? So here's the thing: if your if your email isn't like like info at mybusiness.com, wherever your business is, maybe you should change it. Okay? I mean, we have that. We have info. I'm sorry, we have Javier at mybusiness.com. I'm not going to say it out loud here because then everyone's going to email me and spam me or something. You can probably look it up pretty easily. But that's what I'm trying to get to, guys, is like, where's your presence? Where's your web and social presence? Is it all one piece? Is it all working together? And that's where people are missing this. Okay, so if you're one of those people that you need a new website, you need a better social presence, you need to start rebranding correctly so that your audience knows what you're talking about, what your audience wants. We need to chat. We need to talk. Okay? I'm not pushing my services on you. I'm simply telling I need to help you. This is why my company is called Boulder Media Solutions. Okay? We're trying to come up with a solution to help your company be bold, to help your company make more money. Okay? And I mean, maybe you fall out what some of our niches are. Maybe we can find a way to help you. Okay? At the end of the day, I am here to assist. I'm here to help. Okay? I mean, I sold a company that I was, having fun doing, helping families and kids, transforming their lives. And I realized, you know what? I want to do this on a bigger scale. I want to do this with companies. Okay? And by me being able to help companies, here's the thing that was crazy. If I can help your company, I can change an entire legacy. How is that? Easy. If I change your company to where you're making more profits, and you're making more money, and you're working less time, and your customers are happy, and your employees are just ecstatic for being there, okay? And you are able to generate what you deserve, okay? Doesn't that change your family's future? Doesn't that change your kids' future and your grandkids' future? It changes it, right? It's kind of cool, man. And that's what I'm here for, is I want to make an impact bigger than just making more money. It's not about making more money. It's about making a difference in a family. It's about making a difference in a community. It's about making a difference in stamping your legacy, okay? And if you're thinking, well, it's not all about legacy, Javier, that's fine. You don't have to think that way. You're probably not my ideal customer anyways. Like, at the end of the day, for myself, I'm trying to build a legacy for my family, okay? I'm trying to build something that's going to be strong for my family, okay? And how am I doing that? Through building other people, all right? This is why I'm doing these lives. This is why I do these podcasts and these webcasts and this vlogging. This is why I do this. It's because I care. I love it. It's fun, okay? I get so much joy out of this, all right? So I've been ranting for nearly 40 minutes on this. And, this is nothing to do with me pushing anything on anybody. I want you guys to understand that, is that, I want you to be on this show and get value out of my show. But at the same time, I want you to know that you have a source and a reference and a person that you can actually utilize to help, okay? If you're doing marketing and you're not getting the results that you need or you want, I can help you. I'm happy to analyze what you're doing. If you have a website and it's not generating the leads that you need to sustain your business, and you're like, well, I just don't have the money to invest, you know what? You need to rethink that thought. And what are you losing? Okay? If you need a strategy to grow your business and make your business even bigger and more successful, we need to sit down and talk. Okay? I'm happy to do a 30 to 60 minute, I'm not kidding, usually it's 30, but for some that really need it, 30 to 60 minute consultation and really evaluate where people are at. tomorrow I have a meeting with a roofing company that's local here that I met through my networking group. I'm going to go meet with them tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to have a consultation. I'm going to give them some information. I'm going to help them. I'm going to come up with a strategy that they need to grow their business. Okay? And then from there, if we're able to actually come up with a plan and we can partner together to where we work together, and it's going to be a good relationship both sides, because I'm not going to just work with anybody, but we can partner together, and this is going to be great. Then their company is going to start leveraging what they're best at doing. And I'm going to be doing the same thing on my end. Does that sort of make sense? So, excuse me. With that said, I want to leave this with this show with this is something positive, okay? There's always an opportunity to change all of this and grow. You just got to know what you want out of your business. You need to know what you want out of what you're trying to create. You need to figure out what your why is. Why are you doing it? Okay? Are you doing this for more money? Are you doing this for more free time? Are you doing this for, what are you doing it for? Why? Okay? When you figure that part out, what we can do is we can really evaluate where you're at. We can really evaluate on how to get you there. Because that's your why. That's your purpose. That's your drive. That's what you're trying to do. Okay? I know my why for me. I know my why for my family. All right? I put in a lot of hours. But here's the thing. I'm able to have dinner with my kids. I'm able to put them to bed. Maybe not every single night, but I'm able to put them to bed. And that's important to me. But at the same time, I'm able to put in the hours of work that I need to do to build my business. And I'm okay with that. Okay? So, if you need some help in any way, shape, or form, I'm here to help you. Feel free to, send me a private message. And I'm here to offer help. Last thing is I just want to get some plugins for where else you can hear us if you're following us. So we have a podcast. Boulder Media Radio is our podcast channel. You can find us on iTunes and on Stitcher. Next thing is that you could also find us on YouTube. You can find us on youtube.com/JavyKicks, which is JavyKixS. All right, so you can watch our YouTube channels. I post all these videos. I got a lot that I got to upload here in the next couple days or so. I post all these videos on my YouTube channel, and so you could reference these. Like this is good stuff, guys. This is material that it's all in here, and it's good stuff. Okay, so those are some great places. You could obviously find us here. #Boulder Media Radio. Okay, and you can, if you hashtag it and you find it, go all the way through it. If you're watching this live, I ask you to do one thing. Put #live. That way people see that you guys are watching this. If you're watching this on replay, put #replay. So again, your friends that people could benefit from this are going to see it. The more comments that we get from this, guys, what this does is that the ones that actually need to hear the message are going to get it. Okay? So comment below, say hello. I want you guys to be interactive with our live videos, our live sessions. Okay? Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for this opportunity to kind of just shed some light on why you need a better web presence and social presence and how it's costing you. Hope you guys have a powerful, what's today, Wednesday? Hope you guys have a powerful Wednesday. I've got a few things I got to do. Got to eat dinner first, and I got another meeting to go meet somebody else. I'll talk to you guys later.